We still in week number 11? I think we are. Let's do it. Game number 2, Tacoma at Arizona. How you doing? Hope everyone is doing well. We didn't say it in the last video, but make sure you like, subscribe, join the league, the forum, the Discord, all the good stuff.
Yes, sir.
And we got ourselves a doozy here. I'm not sure which one. I don't know. I don't know which way this will go, but
Oh, it's tough.
both these teams are going to be great.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be, I think, a close one. This might be kind of similar to when Tacoma played Charlotte in a really close game. Arizona played St. Louis last week, and that was a down to the last possession game as well. So, but pulling up the head-to-heads here, so Arizona has played Tacoma once the season before only, and they won that matchup 27-12. So I'm gonna just go out on a limb here and say that Arizona will not win. I think Tacoma's going to win because I don't know. I'm just saying that Tacoma looked really good against Charlotte, and Charlotte's one of the best teams in the league. So I think Tacoma's going to win. They have to win pretty much if they want to stay in playoff contention. So I got my money on Tacoma. Um,
Yeah, I got Tacoma as well. Just going over some of the playmakers is going to be Rebecca Montaigne versus Dominique two times. You
yeah,
really can't go wrong there. But I'm going to lean towards Rebecca taking over on this one, along with Action Jackson and Antonio Lewis being the main threats on this one. Arizona, they have their fair share of playmakers as well, but I'm leaning towards Tacoma on this one.
yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'm not discounting Arizona at all. They're definitely got playmakers on their team. Luna Lovegood, one of the top interception leaders in the league, and great defensive player there for Arizona. And then Chase Gunner for the Eruption, as well as Jimmy Johnson for the Eruption. So there's a lot of great defenders in this game, and Arizona could easily win this. I just get the feeling that because of how much of a must-win it is for Tacoma, I think they come out ahead in this one. So
Most definitely. And one other player I didn't bring up, the rising up of Trevor Lopez.
yeah,
He got his updates in.
woo,
He is updated. We was talking about him all game last week.
yeah. Well, and that could make a big difference. Speed kills, right? So him getting his speed up to snuff or improved, I should say, can definitely make a big difference in their offense.
Most definitely. And if we're gonna check those expert picks, or you already did that, I kind of looked away.
Yeah. So experts have uh, Arizona in this one, or no, excuse me, they have Tacoma as well in this one, but it's only by 5%, so they give a 55-45 chance here. So, um, you know, experts are saying, or I guess the simulations are saying that Tacoma's going to win by 5%. Experts are picking Arizona though, so we'll see if the home field advantage helps Arizona. But like I said, I think my money's on Tacoma. So if you want to, put bets down, we can, but maybe not.
Hmm.
Actually, don't do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave the bets alone on this one and
Okay,
the next game. I'm gonna stay away from all betting.
sounds good.
um,
What do you say we get this guy going?
I can't wait. This is the one I've been waiting for.
Yeah, this is. I mean, might call it and say game of the week. I'm looking for a fun back and forth game here. So let's get going.
Dominique two times, Rebecca Montaigne. Pick your poison. They both can do damage. We're underway in Arizona. Darren Eliason's going to be the main guy on the return past the 25. Nice blocking
Yeah, nice
past
little
the
return.
30.
Nice little return by Eliason as we get going.
They're going to start off with the flag. Not the greatest of starts.
No,
Getting a
not
false start.
not what you want to do right away. You want to. I mean, penalties, turnovers. I say it all the time. I'm a broken record. I don't care. But
Yeah, but they will want to get those yards back thrown into their security, Blake and Antonio Lewis, who's leading the league in receiving yards, right?
yeah, I believe so. I don't know. I don't think Wideout passed them up last game, so I think he still got the league lead. That's a costly face mask there by Arizona.
Going to test Lewis again. A nice catch over the shoulder.
Yeah, just didn't quite lead him right. That was he had a line, up the sideline there, and just let him out of bounds too far.
1 drive and 2 false start penalties for Tacoma. And they're going to set up a 2nd and long. Give it straight to their man Jackson. He's
Nice
about that
pickup.
action.
Nice pickup. 10 yards there. Very manageable 3rd and 3 coming up.
Rebecca's going to toss this rock here. Got a man wide
my-
open, and
Lewis.
that's going to be Lewis again. There's a flag on the play, but who's going to be the culprit?
Wow.
It is going to be on Tacoma.
Another holding. Wow.
3 penalties in the first drive, and they've all been critical. And they're like a cluster of players here that couldn't make the catch, and that's going to be an incomplete, and that's points taken off of the board. And that's not what you want to do if you want to make those long strides in playoffs. But might as well get them out the way now before it gets to playoff time, because if you do that when it's crunch time, it's going to be trouble.
I mean, if they make the playoffs at this point, I mean, like I said, Tacoma, if they lose this one, they're dropping to 4 and 7. Arizona's going to 5 and 6, and I think that will all but secure the playoff teams. As there's a fumble,
and recovered by Arizona barely.
Wow, that ball was on the ground forever.
They're going to fake that handoff after that.
Got a man on the cross. Yep. Bubba
Hill.
He had a good game last week. Showing more of the same this week.
Nicely done there. Arizona bounces back after that almost fumble. Out the reach of the receiver was Dominique Two-Time. Need to tighten up on the passing. And it's going to be 2nd and 10.
Fake the handoff to
Bubba Hill once again up the sideline. And that's going to be another penalty on Tacoma. Currently down 4-0 in that regard. But they're going to go ahead and decline that.
Arizona had that face mask penalty there.
Oh, yeah, 4-1.
But
another fumble by Lopez, but this time Tacoma jumps on it. And that's going to be
2 fumbles
1st and
by
10.
Arizona. That's about as costly as those penalties on Tacoma.
Penalties and turnovers, you say?
Yeah, I mean, you play a clean game, you win a clean game, you know?
Most definitely. It's going to set up 3rd and medium here. Tacoma's going to try to take advantage of getting that fumble.
Well, they handed off and say, watch that man Lewis, but I think they're just short.
Nice hit stick right at the marker.
Yeah. They stopped the man short. Not easy to do against Jackson. Jackson, you know, we don't talk about him as the top 3 running back in the league, but definitely no slouch and someone to always keep an eye on who can break out in a big way.
Most definitely. They're going to trust Lopez again. Already fumbled twice, only getting about a couple yards. Make that 1 yard. Dominique 2 times looking for a man to the right side. There's Lopez again. They're doing a good job of getting Lopez involved in this offense, but they're going to need a few plays up the field if they're going to try to make some moves for getting the score. 2nd and 11. Looking to the left side and caught by the Walrus.
Tough completion there in the comeback route, and definitely makes it a 3rd and manageable.
Nicely done. Dominique 2 times looking for a man again. To the right side, got a man. That's Hernandez. Nice play at midfield.
Empty backfield here as they do an end around above a hill. Wow.
And he's got some room, and it was successful.
Not bad.
Way to flip the game plan around, get some more people involved. Lopez gets beasted in the backfield, however.
Yeah, way to swallow him up. Great job by Tacoma's defense.
And they're going to trust Lopez again. He's going to get hit in the backfield for the 2nd time. And after that nice end around, they go backward. And it's going to be back to Tacoma as the first quarter is going to end after that punt.
Yeah, great defensive stand there by Tacoma as Arizona looked like they were driving and had some momentum.
First quarter is in the books, and both defenses are standing tall so far.
Yeah, but
outside of the penalties.
Yeah, some of it's self-inflicted. You know, the penalties and turnovers definitely have not been helping the offenses on either side. And I think they need to keep getting Lewis involved.
And they tried that deep pass there, but that's a pass interference against Aaron Eliason, and that's going to back him up.
Ooh, offensive pass interference. You don't see that too often. Another penalty.
Yeah, another penalty here past the 30th. Jackson. but that's going to be declined more than likely. Yes. 3rd and 2. They're going to need to convert this one. And they're going to give it straight to that man up the middle. Actually, Jackson's going to pick it up.
Really getting Jackson involved early in this game.
You're going to need to get all your playmakers involved. That's another one to the right side. That's
Yep.
Action Jackson again.
But so that pass again was kind of similar to the pass they had to the same sideline with Lewis there. It's just, they led him just a little too far, and his momentum took him out of bounds. If you're the quarterback in this league, you gotta lead people so they can actually get yards after the catch. So I think Montaigne will get there though eventually.
Most definitely, and it's going to be 2nd down. Going to toss to the right side. There goes Lewis down the sideline. No one's going to touch him.
No flag. Woo!
Touchdown.
Lewis.
Touchdown. And Tacoma's on the board. Kick is up and good. Tacoma takes the lead.
I said it earlier. You gotta get your playmakers involved, and I think Antonio Lewis is their biggest playmaker. So good job getting him going.
That's my thought process on that as well. Walrus taking it close to the 20, and Arizona's looking to strike back.
Let's see who's Arizona's got for playmakers here.
They're going to try Lopez. Nice block up for a little bit. Looks like he could have got a little bit more if he held onto that block a little bit more.
Yeah, but good run.
Caught by Draco's first catch of the day. Nicely done.
Not much going there, but 3rd and 4 here.
Lopez can't get around that corner. It looks like that defensive lineman broke through that block and stopped him. And now Tacoma's going to get another chance at scoring.
Yeah, and it looks like they'll have pretty decent field position getting close to the 45.
Starting with the jumbo set. Rebecca looking for a man to the left side. That's a bad drop.
Yeah, Eliason on the drop there. He had some space too. If he could have easily gotten a solid 5 to 6 yards on that catch, or potential catch.
So far for Darren Eliason, he had that long play that was pass interference and that drop, I believe.
Yeah.
So not the greatest start.
Jackson gets the first. Yeah, nice job to reach out and get the first.
Nice run play, and Rebecca's going to look for a man. Got a man deep, tossing it. Snagged by Krieg for the first down.
Looked like there was a little miscommunication on the route, but Krieg looks up, finds the ball, and goes and gets it. Nice job by Tom Krieg.
31 yards, and Tacoma's in striking distance again up the middle for another first down is Action Jackson. AJ is moving this rock very nicely on 13 carries.
Absolutely.
Make that 14 around the sideline, trying to dive and couldn't quite get there, but it is 1 yard short.
Still got 2 more downs to make something happen.
Becca looking to the right side, no dice.
I think that was Lewis there, just overthrown him.
You want to try that pass game again. Toss to the left side. That may be intentional grounding. It is. And that's not going to.
Kind of confusing play call. I mean, you got Jackson really running through the defense well, and it was second and goal with 1 yard to go, 3rd and goal with 1 yard to go, and confusing they didn't run it one more time with Jackson there.
I was thinking that was going to be the play, but they choose otherwise. But they still get points on the board nonetheless, which is always a good thing, especially when you have the lead 10-0. And Walrus is going to take that to the left side. So Arizona's currently in a hole, but plenty of time to get out of it.
And great defensive stand by Arizona, bending but not breaking.
1 minute and 8 seconds left in the second quarter.
Yeah, not sure what they're doing. I think they got to go to the passing game right now. They're not out of it, but I think they can be very effective. Dominic 2 times, very good quarterback, so they should be passing.
And they should be passing it upfield.
Upfield, yeah.
But they did not, and now Tacoma will have another minute to do something with this offense.
And all 3 timeouts too. So.
That's definitely going to help their cause as they get close to midfield.
Also, their kicker, dude kick, gonna miss, has a pretty good leg, so they really only need about 20 to 30 more yards to get in range, and that helps.
That definitely helps there. As Action Jackson's close to hitting the 100 mark in the first half, we'll be able to do it on that carry. Wow, what a hit!
Way to swallow him up by the Arizona defense.
Becca gonna toss to the left side. That's Giovanni Walker, his first catch. That's a first down.
And smartly
Not,
gets out of bounds. Oh, a
and that's
fumble.
a fumble, and Tacoma picks it up, and they're just gonna take the 3 after that one.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at them at that one.
I think, they could have maybe called a timeout and done one shot down the field, but can't argue with getting points on the board.
Nope. Got 13-0. Tacoma is leading, and this should run out the clock on this return. Walrus going to take it out the end zone, get as much as he can, past the 15, and not much else. So we made the halftime. What are your thoughts so far as we head into the second half?
Well, I know I've been saying it all half, but the turnovers and penalties have been really kind of stifling both teams on this game. It just so happens that it's hurting Arizona a little bit more, and great defensive outing by Tacoma, containing everyone, not giving up big plays. I want to see Arizona make some adjustments here, though, as they open up the half with the ball, and see if they can really get something going on offense.
They've done a good job of getting Trevor Lopez involved in the offense, but got to utilize more weapons than just him
Yep.
because they're going to flip the play action and another drop there.
Yeah, and speaking of weapons for Arizona, they do have ones like one of the big ones that we haven't seen much of except on some kick returns is Steve Walrus there. So looking to see if he gets a little bit more involved.
They're going to need all the juice that they can muster as it hit a third
He's
and
got a man
long.
deep. Oh.
And they look to go short, and Dracos will get what he can, but not enough for the first, and that's a quick 3 and out there by Arizona.
Yeah, I think missed the man there. Walrus was burning his cornerback in man-to-man coverage there on the left side, and 3 and out for Arizona is not what you need.
And this isn't good for Arizona. They're not getting the best of punts, so Tacoma's going to start with real good field position.
Yep.
There's going to be another penalty. It's going to be a hold.
Yeah, field position can be very huge. However, Tacoma's got a very good kicker, and dude kick gonna miss. And I think even if they don't convert here, they'll definitely be able to get hold or pin Arizona deep.
Third and very long here, a country mile, if you will. They're going to trust Jackson for it, and he's not going to pick it up. And Arizona does make the stop. They're going to need to get some offense going if they're going to come back in this game.
Yeah, I don't think Arizona's defense has been playing particularly bad. They haven't given up really many big pass plays, just maybe 1 or 2 to the Antonio Lewis, which, can't blame him. It's tough to guard that man or cover that man. He's a man amongst man. So I think Arizona's defense just needs some help from their offense here.
And that's a good start there, getting Walrus involved. You said that in the beginning. There's Bubba Hill, another big playmaker. And they're already in Tacoma's territory, just like that, off 2 plays.
Yeah, Hill, Dracos, and Walrus. Those they got to get them involved, and then Lopez, like on these short yardage situations, get him to get those surefire yardages.
And Dominique 2 times gets sacked, and that's a big sack, stifling a little bit of their momentum. They're going to need another big play, and they're going to trust Lopez on the run. Got a little blocker, but not quite enough juice to get that first down, and they're going to have to punt.
Not a very strong kick, but
effective enough, close to the 20. They still have Tacoma still has to drive the length of the field for the most part, and they may do it on one play. Action Jackson is loose, well over 100 yards. You could give him 80 more. Touchdown Tacoma, and this game is getting a little out of hand at the current moment.
Nice job by Jackson. Third touchdown on the season for someone who was kind of quiet early on in the season and has come on in these last few weeks.
We talked about a little bit of his storyline. He lost his job at the
Yep.
starting running back position, and he came back with the complete vengeance.
Yeah.
Doing some really serious work here. We talked about how he'd be like in regards to what his status would be in regards to the top running backs of the league, and the best of the best can do those type of runs against competition. And he just
Yep.
showed it there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Arizona's a very good team, and pulling off a big run like that against a team like Arizona is quite a feat. And you know, if you're Charlotte and watching this game, you got to be a little bit nervous because if the score holds as is, as Arizona's punting it away again here, Tacoma's going to come out with the win if the score stays the way it is right now, and that's going to put them at 5-6, and and Arizona down to 4-7. So that's making Tacoma look like the tentative 4 seed. Depending on the last week, could shake things up a little bit. But if you're Charlotte, you're almost a little bit nervous to play Tacoma again. I think because of how, I mean, they do play each other again at the end of the season, but Tacoma's looking like a really strong team defensively, offensively. So I would be, a little bit nervous because of how tough they played them last week.
Most definitely, and you never really know what happens until they actually step on the field. But Tacoma's put a lot of really
Woo!
good defensive. That was a nice wiggle sticks there by Action Jackson. But Tacoma's put a lot of really good performances on both sides of the ball, and it looks like Action Jackson going to waltz in again, another touchdown. And Tacoma's not a team that anyone can sleep on.
No.
Just as their name suggests, they can erupt at any moment.
Yeah.
And they're showing all their stuff today in week 11. Very nicely done so far as the third quarter is getting ready to wind down. And
yeah,
yeah, that's crazy.
it's a little early, but I'm gonna just call it right now and say that I think Tacoma is gonna play spoiler and ruin Charlotte's perfect record next game.
Wouldn't that be something to talk about in the off season? I know all the Charlotte fans and the Charlotte teammates have been talking a lot of smack.
Yeah, yeah.
So just for them to go undefeated and lose in the first round of playoffs,
Well,
that wouldn't be a very eventful
I'm
fly
saying
back home.
in the last week of the season, week 12. I think Tacoma's gonna win that game.
Oh,
So
oh. Even then, I mean, the same thing applies.
yeah,
Like going undefeated only to lose the last one. That's not a great look either.
no,
But there's still plenty of game left. Plenty of games left within the season to see where everything shakes up.
yeah,
I personally, I wouldn't be surprised if what you say happens. But you'll never know until week 12.
no, and now I feel like Arizona's finally getting their offense waking up here on this drive. They've got 3 first downs already, and saw the stat line just a second ago. Dominate 2 times, actually fairly efficient with the ball. He's just not really throwing it down the field much like that, or like this earlier in the game up until this drive. So we'll see if it's too little, too late for Arizona.
Bubba Hill's got a little bit of room, got to break that man, but he's going to waltz out of bounds. And Arizona's trying to score a little bit. They need to get some points on the board here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is playoffs time. Walrus.
And there goes that Walrus for the touchdown. First one of the day for Arizona.
Stacks, what does a walrus sound like? Is it like a Wookiee?
Something like
Were you
that.
yawning?
Something like that.
Oh, hey. Well, we got to get a walrus call or something like that, like a little soundboard, walrus soundboard going.
Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Well, Arizona's on the board now. Tacoma, I think you can't get complacent. You can't just you got to get some first downs. You can't just run the ball for 2 short gains or whatever. You gotta, or you could just do that, I guess. But
you could definitely do that. And Action Jackson, have yourself a day, young fella. Touchdown Tacoma, and they hit 30. I believe he's close to 250.
I think he's close to 300 now, but I'll have to check after the game or on the next stat line pop up.
I lost count, my friend.
Well, having a game and like we said earlier against a good Arizona defense, so you know it's a great job by Action Jackson.
Here you go, Walrus Downs.
Blue 33, blue 33, ready, hike.
See if Arizona can answer. They really need a score here.
Oh Jesus, I killed myself. Dominique 2 times looking for a man. Got 5 wide going. He's gonna take off running, but he's not avoiding that sack.
Dang. He had a lot of space in front of him if he could have broken away from the line of scrimmage.
Couldn't quite do it there. Going to toss it short to Bubba Hill. He's got some speed. Doesn't quite get out of bounds though.
46, green 46.
2 minutes 30 seconds left. Tacoma's looking like the easy
Got a man
victor
deep.
here.
I think
He's
that's
got
Bubba.
him. Yes, it is. There's another touchdown for Arizona.
Yeah, where was this, earlier in the game if you're Arizona? I mean, this is what they needed to be doing from the get-go, getting Walrus and Hill involved in the offense. You can always splash in runs and get Lopez involved and throw him out of the backfield, but it's too little too late, I think, for Arizona. But, these last 2 possessions have looked really good for them, so you just frustrating that they haven't seen more of that this game.
Nice return there by Eliason. I thought he was going to hit that second gear after that turn, but he did get a nice return. Tacoma's going to hand off to Jackson again.
Yeah, Lyson's not much of a speedster. He's kind of just a sure-handed, possession guy.
Most definitely. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got the bunch formation on the right side. They're going to trust Jackson. He's got a little room. That's going to be offsides. Then that's going to set up a 3rd and inches.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, it is 300.
Yeah.
Oh, he just hit 300 with that, didn't he? Action Jackson again for another first down gain. Time out.
Well, 21-point deficit here. So I don't think Arizona's going to be able to make this one up. Like I said earlier, this is a must-win for Tacoma, and Tacoma's going to move to 5-6 on the season. So a great job for the eruption.
Big props indeed to Tacoma for stepping up when they needed it, because with these games getting a lot more closer towards the playoffs, you're going to need every win you could get, and you really can't complain if you're Kyle and the rest of the guys in the eruption locker room.
Nope.
They showed up, they showed out when they needed to, and that's the most important thing.
So and then another thing to point out. So this shows Arizona's now lost 4 games in a row. So kind of a tough slide of games here for the Rattlers. Be interesting to see if they can finish the season strong. Last game of the season they've got Huntington Beach, so that's going to be far from a gimme as well. So I don't know. Kind of a disappointing last 4 games of the season here for Arizona with 1 more to go.
Most definitely. Arizona is going to be looking towards Huntington Beach in that last game. That's definitely going to be a fun one, as well as Arizona's more likely going to be looking to keep their hopes alive, and they're going to be looking forward to this next game, hoping that Huntington Beach loses.
Yeah, it's pretty much a must. It's pretty much a must win next week for Arizona, and then they're not in control of their own destiny anymore. Like you said, they got this upcoming game, Huntington Beach, St. Louis. They need Huntington Beach to lose. So,
Let's check out these stats.
Wow, I mean, despite the loss, that's a pretty great game from Dominique 2 times there. Not a bad game from Montaigne, but didn't have to do much when you have a certain running back, Action Jackson, running on your side of the ball.
Jackson about that action.
Wow. That doubles his season total of rushing yards there. So more than doubles. Great game from Jackson.
Yeah, he came into the game at 302.
Lewis getting that slow and steady production and a touchdown to boot, and Tacoma defense was doing really well. They had a couple sacks. some good tackles, forced fumble there by the other Jacobson. And now looking at Arizona, I think they defensively did fairly well too. No turnovers, or they forced the fumble, that's right, earlier, but no interceptions, but had a good game defensively. And then, they had Hill involved there kind of toward the end, just too little too late. They needed to get Walrus and Hill going right away, I think. And then Draco's kind of quiet. Would have expected a little bit more from him.
Yeah, the linebackers did a real good job on the slot and tight end positions in regards to the offense side. It really showed up in regards to cutting off the middleman for all the statistics that could have happened. Not a lot of yards after the catch. As soon as the guy was on the ball, there was a defender on that offensive player. So big props once again to Tacoma. They did their thing, most definitely.
Absolutely. Well, you got any other thoughts or recap on the game here?
This next game is going to be very interesting.
Very interesting, but good game from Tacoma, and I think they're getting a lot of momentum here late in the season. They'll be a dangerous team come playoff time.
Most definitely, and we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up here. Good job by both the teams in this one, but we got one more game on the slate. It's going to be Huntington Beach taking on St. Louis.
And before you leave to watch the next game, feel free to like and subscribe, join the Discord and the forum. Definitely helps out the league and the stream, and makes me feel good about myself.
Hey, me too.
Yeah,
I want to feel good about myself.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Make me feel good.
Yeah, make us feel good. Come on. All right.
Just do it.
All right, we gotta conclude this.
No, love me. All right, we're gonna wrap it up here. We'll see you for the final slate nighttime game. Let's do it.